right, I'm going to show you how to create a virtual classroom. This one I'm going to make right now is specifically around virtual author visits. So to do that, you're going to need to open up a blank slide show in Google Slides. You can also do it in PowerPoint or Keynote, it doesn't matter. But mine's going to focus more on using it in Google Slides. The first thing we want to do is change the layout. So it's a blank layout. And then we want to change our background to make it look like our classroom. So I'm going to choose my image, which I know I downloaded a few yesterday. And I'm going to actually use this one. I'm going to click done. And then to personalize it a little bit, I'm going to put the Bitmoji of myself in. I like that for a little fun flair, and also my students get a kick out of when I use my Bitmoji. If you haven't downloaded the Chrome extension for Bitmoji yet, I highly recommend it. It makes it very, very easy to use. I'm going to place that there. So I'm going to do something a little silly with some audio. And because this one is for virtual authors, I'm going to set up some signs that will link them to virtual authors. So I'm going to insert a shape of a rectangle, and I'm going to put it on this shelf here. I'm going to actually move it kind of in the middle. I am weird about color and things, so you can make them any colors you want. And I'm going to just thicken up the line a little bit. And then I'm going to add the text. So the first author I'm going to include is Jerry Pallotta because he goes live every day. And then I'm going to link to his, oh, I did have it. Oh, I know why. So I'm going to link to his YouTube playlist that does that. And because I want the kids to either click the words or the shape, I'm just going to click the shape itself and I'm going to link it there. That just makes it easier for kids of any age, depending on what device they're using, and they can just touch and it'll go automatically. Now, because I want this to look like a sign, I'm going to insert another shape, which is a triangle. I want it to look like it is a display board. And then I'm going to do that. And I'm going to make sure the line is the same, except I don't want it transparent. I want it white. And then I just want to double check the color that I used for the line. And then the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to actually bring that rectangle forward so that the triangle goes behind it and it looks more like a display board. And I'm just going to drag it back a little bit more. So now it looks a little bit more like a display board sitting on the shelf. One of the other things I really like about creating a virtual classroom is adding some audio, which is another reason why I like including the Bitmoji, because it can make it look like I'm talking to the kids. So I'm going to insert a speech bubble. And I'm going to make that a little fun. That kind of blends in a little bit. I'm going to do that. I might change that. No big deal. And I'm going to change this so it's pointing down to me. There we go. Now, one of the things when you go to insert audio from within Google Drive, the audio has to be saved in your Google Drive. So I'm going to insert audio. And I already had this saved in my drive, so I'm going to put that in there. And here it is. So automatically, as soon as you insert it, it gives you some formatting options. Because I'm only having one slide and I want, depending on how frequently the students go back, I want it to play on click. I want them to be able to choose when they listen to it. Otherwise, you could absolutely choose automatically, which I think I actually might do this time. There are no slide changes, so I don't have to worry about that. I'm not going to loop it because that would be just silly and annoying. I'm going to resize it myself. And I like the recoloring option. I am going to do this. I don't know if it's going to stand out that well on this. If not, we'll just change it. And I'm going to resize it so it fits in there. Yeah, I don't like that. There we go. But that looks silly on there. There we go. And then I'm going to just change the color. I should just make it purple because I like purple. And I'm going to do that. And I always like thickening up the lines because it just makes things stand out more. A little bit more, which is really nice. All right. And again, boop, make that just a little bit bigger. There we go. A little bit more perfect. And then I'm going to add in a couple more authors. I'll put like one over here by the chairs on this table, maybe here, maybe over here, like just up and around the room for them to go in and check out. So now we're ready to share it. There are two ways to share it. You can download it as a PDF, which is a great option if you're going to share it in, it's just a great option. It keeps your links live, which is what you want. And so it's just it can open up on practically any device. The other option is to publish to the web. Now you can publish the link to the web itself, and you don't have to worry about auto advancing, starting the slideshow, any of that stuff. You can just copy the link and you can paste it into Seesaw, Google Classroom, or other learning management systems. You can also embed it into websites, which is what I actually ended up doing. And it's the same thing. And the one difference is that you can choose how large it is. I typically start with medium and then go from there. And then I copy, and then I copy that code, and it should say start publishing, but I've already done one similar to this. And I'm just going to show you what it can look like when you go in and embed it. And the same is true when you link it, when you're publishing it to the web. So this is the way it will appear to people when they click on the link or when you embed it into a website. And when you do it both ways, what's really great is that, as you can see, everything is a live link. And I love that this pops up right here and that they can play it right there. Have fun creating.